winning there. The DOT will have all the painting supplies. Voting starts May 11th. All right, we're talking about winter, and it's kind of feeling like that this morning, Jackie.
I was just thinking that too. So that was very timely of that contest, you know, just because temperatures out there right now, some of us are at or below the freezing mark, or at least the wind chills. That's what it feels like at this point. So you do want to bundle up, although it is spring, it is feeling, I should say, a little bit more like winter, especially when you factor in that wind. At least we do have that sunshine returning out there for the day today. And also overnight tonight, it's going to feel like winter yet again. And temperatures will take a tumble under mainly clear skies, but thankfully the wind will peel back. So at least the wind chills won't be quite as drastic as we're seeing out there right now. And then as we get towards later this week, that's when we see our rain chances returning. But out there this morning, we're just tracking a few clouds. This camera, our roof cam looking over towards the Washington Monument, shakes ever so slightly over the course of the morning because of that wind. And that wind is picking up at this point, mainly out of the north and west in the wake of that cold front that's now well off towards our east. Sustained winds right now, anywhere between 15 to 25 miles per hour. But gusts, quite a few areas are reaching at 30 miles per hour or a little bit higher than that, a little bit stronger than that. That's what we're seeing right now in D.C. at a 36 mile per hour gust, 31 up towards Hagerstown, 30 over towards Cumberland, and that's packing a punch with these temperatures. Current air temperatures are 30s to lower 40s. We're right at the freezing mark in Winchester, Hagerstown as well. Lower 40s for much of the I-95 corridor, including D.C. When we factor in that wind, I would just factor in at least a 10-degree difference from the actual air temperature to what it feels like as you're stepping out right now. A drastic difference in Hagerstown, where it's feeling like we're into the upper teens this morning. Feeling like we're just above the freezing mark in D.C., just below it over towards Manassas. So yeah, like we were mentioning, feeling a bit more like winter out there. At least we're still tracking the dry conditions across much of our areas. A few clouds are strolling on by in the wake of that cold front that's continuing to exit off towards our east. Try to plan out the rest of your day today. We'll see a mix of sun and clouds, but still going to be on the windy side of things. High temperatures will struggle to make it out of the upper 40s for much of the area today. I do think we reach 50 in D.C., but it's not going to feel like it when you factor in that wind through the afternoon. If you're heading out to the Nats game later on this evening, bundle up. Temperatures at first pitch will be into the middle 40s, but likely feel like we're into the upper 30s at first pitch when you factor in that breeze in from left field. By the end of the game, that final out, temperatures could be dropping into the upper 30s to right around 40, but the feels like temperature will be into the lower 30s. So yes, this evening, definitely want to make sure that you are bundled up. And even through the overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, under those clear skies, temperatures will tumble. Much of the region will start off at or below the freezing mark tomorrow morning. We do have some freeze warnings that have been issued. Those go into effect at 2 o'clock in the morning tomorrow and continue till 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. And that is for Calvert and St. Mary's County across southern Maryland. Those are the areas of concern for any of those springtime plants. Make sure to cover those up if you can, just to save them from that bitter cold. Highs tomorrow after a colder start. We'll see temperatures bouncing back pretty nicely, back into those middle 50s for much of the area for your Wednesday. High pressure will be with us tomorrow, and that's still giving us mainly sun-filled skies. Thursday, though, we have that system approaching from the west, and that'll bring us some scattered showers out there. Could start as early as Thursday morning. Thursday afternoon, still looking quite wet out there. Friday, that low pressure works its way closer towards our area, bringing us more of that soaking rainfall, especially later in the morning into the afternoon. So yes, you will need the umbrella out there at times Thursday and Friday, but at least high temperatures will be back into those lower 60s to round out the work week. Still holding to lower 60s this weekend. Chance for some showers, though, lingering to early Saturday morning, but the rest of the weekend looking dry. Back into those middle 70s just in time to start off that next work week. Shanika, what are you seeing on those roadways this morning?
All right, let's head out to North.